So, after slapping 25% penalty tariff on India for buying Russian crude revoked last month, the United States has issued a 30-day waiver to New Delhi for purchasing crude from Moscow as Iran war upends global supplies. The waiver on purchasing Russian oil will help ease supply worries globally, as India is the world's fourth biggest refiner and the fifth largest exporter of petroleum products. So we saw a little bit of relief on prices today, and maybe that will hold on with this approach. And staying in the U.S. now, let's see what happened at the close of trade yesterday at the United States market. Our correspondent, Maria Bird, sent in this.
The U.S. stock market closed out Thursday's trading session in the red as Wall Street failed to bid on a rebound session, with conflict in the Middle East holding focus amid a renewed surge in oil prices. The Dow Jones was down at 1.6%. The Dow slid erased a gain for 2026, while the S&P 500 was also down at 0.6%, and the heavy tech Nasdaq was down at 0.3%. With the struggle in the U.S. stock market, many investors wanted to see how this could have an impact on the U.S. economy, as only time will tell how the first quarter will end.
Certainly, time will tell. Now, Etihad Airways is preparing to restart flights to around 70 destinations after almost a week of complete shutdown for one of the Middle East's largest carriers. The state-owned airline said that it will resume a limited commercial schedule from today, March 6, between its hub in Abu Dhabi and a number of destinations in Europe, India, the US, and the Middle East, including Riyadh and Tel Aviv. In the United Kingdom, house prices climbed to a fresh record high in February, with the average property now valued at £301,151. This is according to a data released by Halifax today. Property prices increased by 0.3% in February, following a 0.8% rise in January. Annual growth accelerated to 1.3% from 1.1% in January, and that marks the strongest rate in 4 months since the start of the year. Average prices rose by about £3,000. And the Bank of Japan is likely to hold off raising interest rates until June or July, as the conflict in the Middle East shows few signs of easing and is seen keeping markets on edge. Before the U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran, the BOJ probably had its eyes set on a rate hike in April, as reflected in Governor Kazuo Ueda's comment, signaling its readiness to raise rates again if past increases did not materially hurt the economy. And finally, in Thailand, the public debt to gross domestic products ratio has increased to 65.96%, and that's at the end of January, according to the finance minister. The figure represents an uptick from 65.64% ratio that was recorded at the end of December, marking a 0.3% increase month on month. The finance ministry's data shows that the country's debt burden relative to its economic output continued to edge higher at the start of 2026.